Globally, obesity is responsible for 5% of deaths every year. And in South Africa, more than half the adult population is overweight. Government wants to bring down the high levels of obesity in South Africa, but beverage companies are saying that this sugar tax will cost thousands of jobs. Coca-Cola South Africa uses over 300,000 tons of sugar a year. If this new proposed tax goes ahead, it won't be putting less sugar into its beverages, it will just be paying a lot more for it. Coca-Cola says it may have to cut its workforce by up to 30%.
We employ approximately 7,500 people. We estimate that between 1,500 to 2,000 people would not be able to, the jobs would not be able to be sustained given the devastating impact of the sugar tax. Our profitability would be reduced by approximately 2/3.
Beverage companies say they can't pass on all of the costs to consumers. The impact of the tax will reverberate across the entire value chain, putting thousands of township businesses at risk.
You start increasing the prices on what people consume. It simply means you are saying the people who are entrepreneurs, they must also become unemployed. Because immediately the prices become high, you are killing business.
Most of us, we don't drink liquor, we drink cold drink. That's what we enjoy with our children. And if now the prices are going to be, the beverage is going to be taxed, now we are not going to enjoy cold drinks anymore because we won't afford to buy them.
Carbonated soft drinks are among the cheapest and most popular beverages on the market. Coca-Cola alone sells 3.2 billion litres of sugar-sweetened refreshments a year. 90% of those are fizzy drinks.
If you look at alternatives such as 100% fruit juice, for example, it's still quite a bit more expensive than some of these sugar-sweetened beverages, even if you do add the tax. So consumers might not necessarily move to that option. What we've also seen is that people are extremely brand loyal, so they might stick to their choices.
Coca-Cola South Africa says it's willing to work with government to find other ways of fighting obesity. It's also warned that if the tax goes ahead, it will have to re-look at its $60 million commitment to developing small businesses in South Africa.
The proposed sugar tax significantly changes the scenario in which we operate, and we would unfortunately have to reassess our ability to meet all of those conditions, including the Enterprise Development Fund and all of the other commitments that we made in goodwill.
This is going to cripple the community and myself as an upcoming businessman, because on a daily basis I sell cold drinks, and then if they're going to come out with this tax, sugar tax, what I see, some of the upcoming businesses are going to be forced to close down.
If the levy is implemented in April next year, it will also have far-reaching consequences for sugar producers, who are already struggling with the worst drought to hit South Africa in decades. A drop in sugar-sweetened beverage sales will also reduce demand for sugar and add to the industry's woes. Sumitra Nadu, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.